2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
The world could soon face food shortages of biblical proportions within the next few months. That dire warning coming from the United Nations Food Agency, who point to COVID-19 as a major part in the global problem. Here's RT's Alex Mihailovich with a closer look at the impact being felt in North America.
It was not the news that world leaders wanted to hear.
At the same time, while we're dealing with COVID-19 pandemic.
Addressing the UN Security Council, the executive director of the World Food Program, David Beasley, made it clear 135 million people around the world are headed towards starvation, with the coronavirus potentially taking an additional 130 million down that path.
In a worst case scenario, we could be looking at famine in about 36 countries. And in fact, 10 of these countries, we already have more than 1 million people per country who are on the verge of starvation.
In a number of nations that already have difficulty feeding their people, it's not only COVID-19 that is making things worse, but also locusts. From Africa to South Asia, swarms of the destructive insects are disseminating crops. Millions of acres of vegetation have been left barren by the bugs in 23 countries. It is thought that the current locust population could grow up to 400 times its current number by summer, potentially spreading to new areas. Add that to the strains of COVID-19, things do not look good for these already hurting nations. In other parts of the world, the question many are asking is, can COVID-19 affect food supplies in highly developed countries like Canada and the US? This is what the US Secretary of Agriculture had to say last week.
It's COVID-19 is impacting food processing facilities, as you know. For Americans who may be worried about access to good food because of this, I want to assure you the American food supply is strong, resilient, and safe.
This week, however, things don't seem quite as certain. Work in at least 7 major U.S. meat plants has been halted. This week in Iowa, a Tyson Foods pork processing plant that employs 2,800 workers was closed after at least 180 of its employees tested positive for COVID-19. Approximately 20,000 pigs a day are handled at the Iowa location, and combined with a Tyson plant that has shut down in Indiana, together they account for about 18% of the U.S.'s hog slaughtering capacity. A USA Today investigation found that 150 of the nation's largest meat processing plants, which includes pork, poultry, and beef, are in counties where the virus is spiking. When it comes to beef, the USDA has said that production is down 19% from last year at this time, meaning that there will be less beef and that it will be more expensive.
Hey, Shalom Makim out there. Hey, before I start, man, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Makakudash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to you brothers out there throughout the four winds, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Hey, man, and these are the plagues that are going to come, man. You know, all the scriptures speak that many people shall die of famine, man. You know, I'm gonna jump down to 2 Ezra 15 and 11. That says, but I will bring them. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before. and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Amen. And this place has already got, plagues on it. As of right now, you got pestilence, man. You got pestilence, and you got the rumors of war, and plagues of locusts that are over there in I believe it's South Africa and East Asia. So come on, man. All those things that we're seeing over there, bro, they're eventually going to make it here, man. Because it says it in the scriptures, It says, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So just how the Lord put plagues upon Egypt in the past, he's going to do it again, man. There's no new thing under the sun, Because this place is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, man. If you look on the back of your dollar bill, you see a pyramid, right? So come on, man. I'm gonna just continue on, and in the 14th verse it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." Hey, man, these things are close, bro. You're literally seeing it, man. Typically, we'd only see these things, in these movies and such, but now you're actually seeing them happen in the world, man. And it's very possible that all these plagues are coming to a city near you, man. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and sword in their hands. And there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able," which we've seen that with these lockdowns and such, and they can even bring it about to where you can't travel from state to state unless you have a chip that they're swiftly bringing, man. It says, "For because of their pride," because, hey, man, the whole world has become so fucking prideful, man. It says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread and for great tribulation." Now, this is all good, man, but I'm gonna just try and stay on the point of the YouTube video that I just played, which if you want to watch the rest of that, then I'll put the link for it in the description box below. But yeah, man, these plagues, man, they're here, man. And with that, hey, man, but all that means to us, man, is that the kingdom is drawing nigh, man. This kingdom is so close. And truly, man, we're excited. We're excited to see these things come to pass, man, because we've been warning you people. I know that, I'm pretty new. I'm pretty new in the truth, I've only been doing this thing for not even, I don't think, 2 years yet. But still, man, all the way from the apostles and the elders, man, they've been preaching it for years and years and years, man. For over like 20, 30 years. So you people have gotten the warning, man, and these these scriptures, the prophecies have been put out, in the streets, through YouTube, and that's how you know that that it was the Lord to put it in these people to make YouTube, man. Because if you type in if you go on your computer and you type in youtube.com and you click the link at the very beginning of the what's it called, URL link, it'll say www dot, and that stands for World Wide Web. And the scriptures talk about that roughly paraphrasing, it says, when this truth, or when this word is preached throughout the whole world, then shall the end come. Amen. This whole world is heavily based off of internet, man. You know, it's pretty much everywhere, you know. So amen, this truth is being put forth throughout the whole world, on top of brothers who are waking up to this truth in all these other countries, man. And all these countries where you would think that the heathen dwell, our people are waking up, man. And our people are the Israelites, man. You know, because we were scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, man, throughout the whole world. But anyways, man, I'm gonna grab Ezekiel 14:12, and it says the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand against it. It says, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of the bread thereof, and I will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. So, amen. So these plagues aren't coming for no reason, man. It says when the land sinneth against me, and the world is full of sin, man. You know, the Lord has stretched out his hand for as long as this word has been being preached, man. Because, amen, hearing this word is mercy, man. If you can understand it, and if you are a part of Israel, this is mercy, man. This is mercy to hear this word. You know, obviously, it's a cut to you if you're not if your bloodline does not go back to the line of Israel, then, you know, obviously, you know, it's a cut to you. But if you are an Israelite, man, and you got the spirit of one, and you hear this word, then, hey, that brought mercy from the Most High, man. And that's why that it says in the scriptures that you know, he has stretched forth his hand all the day long, but no man regardeth, man. And therefore they go about their lives and they sin, and that's why he's gonna bring these plagues upon this place, man, and upon the whole world, not just America, man. It's gonna come upon the whole world, man. But, you know, hey, Ross wanted to bring that up, man, because, you know, that's huge, man. You know, the plagues of the locusts, you know, because that's just like back in Egypt, man. You know, it is evident that these things are of the Lord, man, because they are supernatural, and they're bringing about the great changes in the world. But hey, with that, man, you know, we just gotta keep pushing, keep preaching, keep studying, man. You know, stay up to date, you know, with the media, and stay studied up in the scriptures, man. So therefore, that we can measure the times diligently, man. So we can connect all the dots, man, and just measure the time, man, and just to know, man, you know, our Lord is nigh, man. You know, and the scriptures say that how does it go? it's worded like, it says, actually, let me just grab it. Come on. Romans 13:11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep. That's right, man. It's high time to wake out of sleep, man. You're seeing all the things of the Bible come to pass. And you'll even hear random people talking about, oh, this is some Bible stuff, man. It's some Bible shit. This is scary. But then, hey, bro, you still go right along on your sinful path, man. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe, man. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. Because nothing that we do in this flesh and for this flesh is going to save us, man. It's going to save you either. You know? So, hey, man. The point that I wanted to get, man, is that our salvation is nearer than we believe, man. So, hey, with that, man, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shai B'Shem HaKakodash, and Shalom.